Alright, so back to my control panel here. Alright, okay. Well, I think everything is operational, so welcome back everyone to Starships and Steel. This is What's Up for September 23rd, 2017. I hope everyone had a pretty fun week. We played Conan last week, went pretty good. Before we get too far in though, we're going to start our drinking, because this channel's about having a good time, relaxing, and enjoying a frosty brew, or a nice scotch, or maybe, oh, don't breathe in the foam, boys and girls. Maybe a nice gin and tonic. Excuse me, boys. Jeez. Alright, see the color this one looks like. Pretty dark. It's all good, eh? Decent pour this time for a change, which is not all going to fit in here. Making a mess. Alright, so this is again Black Tusk Ale from Whistler Brewing Company. Named for the jet black core of an extinct volcano. I guess there must be a volcano somewhere called Black Tusk. I don't know. This dark English style ale ropes with chocolate and roasted coffee tones, mild bitterness, and a clean finish. So I've had a tiny sip already. I'm going to have a little bit more, and then we'll give her a, a review. It's alright. Its color reminds me of a stout, so I'm trying to reconcile that with the flavor, which is not that of a stout. It's a little bit darker and chocolatier than you would normally get, maybe. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Three and a half, maybe. So I'm gonna call it 3.5, just because I haven't really. Yeah, it's all right. So, what's been up this week? The first thing we're going to do is make my webcam bigger. So hopefully this doesn't actually break everything. Throw me up here, and pull this up bigger. Oop, this big. Hey everyone, now I'm huge. But we got some things to show you all. First things. Last week, I bought some of those skull rings. Showed you the guys that last week, and I hadn't painted any up. I built a quick altar for my Conan game last week, so now I've built something and used them. So this is the altar I built. See a little book on there, but you can see the skulls. No, maybe. Ooh, you see the skulls on there. Let's see if I can get them to filter. They turned out pretty good. They got pretty good detail on them. So yeah, not bad. They got pretty good detail for like a plastic kid's toy. Pretty happy with those, actually. Made a pretty cool altar. Also in crafting land, if you missed the last video I just put up on Wednesday, I built these. These are little doors, so these slide out. You can replace these with whatever you want. You can take cardstock and paint quick stones on there, or doors, or whatever. It occurred to me that a quicker way, a cooler way, if you had a color printer, would be to print out bricks or the pictures you wanted and glue them to a lighter cardstock so you didn't get too thick. And I did a test piece, but it looks like crap, but the thickness was fine. So as a concept, if you want to do these even faster, you just print them out, and I'll probably do that in an actual video as well in the future, because I think it's a cool idea. This isn't last. This is even close to the last. We got a lot of stuff today, boys and girls. So, I got a box in the mail. Ooh. The box says, "Unfinished Toy Soldiers." Awesome. I got this on Thursday or Wednesday or something like that, and I haven't opened it because I wanted to open it on channel. This is from Black Tree Designs. So let's just pop over there for 2 seconds and we can show you the website, because I've never actually ordered from them before. And it took me a little while to get my product, which sort of sucked, but whatever. Let's go back to the control panel. So they were pretty cool. The figures I got are, I think, pretty cool. So we'll pop this open. And I'll put a link to those guys in the description below once I open this box without cutting myself with a razor knife, because this is sealed pretty good. Oh, close one. Maybe I should have popped this open before we got on channel, so I didn't like cut myself when I was on channel, because that'd be embarrassing. Alright, almost there. These guys wrap stuff like my mom does. She wraps like 1,000 layers of tape over everything. That being said, I've never had anything like go south when she shipped me anything, so that's a win. Take my Starbucks cup box. It's because they ship with popcorn, which is annoying, but you don't want it all over the place, so. First set of miniatures, second set of miniatures. Is that everybody? I don't actually remember what I all ordered, so there might be 3 in here, might be 2 in here. At least one more. At least one more. Alright. If you guys have any crafts for these things, put a link down below or a comment or whatever, because I have a whole bunch now. Alright, first thing I got, these guys are ghouls. I got these to be Deviant Warriors in Conan. I would hope to have them for my last, not my last game, the game before that. And they did not, they just showed up now. And I play like once every month, so it took quite a while. But let's take these guys here. I'm going to need to get a hand in front of that, see if I can't even see the camera. I'm not very good at this part, but they look pretty cool. Maybe I'll take some pictures and do a review, an actual like video review. He looks pretty cool though. That's one of the guys. The dude with sword. That's better. He's pretty cool. Ooh! Dropped him. Sword didn't bend. That guy, and then we got, what else we got here? These are the guys I forgot I'd ordered. So, that's the ghouls. So they're pretty cool. Pretty happy with those. And I also got these guys, which I'd hoped to have for, well, having them for last week would have been awesome, but again, not quite. These guys are, they got spears and shields and stuff, but I won't bother with those. These guys are like fishmen. They'll focus or not on here. There you go. So these be like good proxies for like dwellers of the deep. So I got 3 of those. Different poses. One there. So these look pretty good. I'll have to paint some up to see how they actually work. Again, these are from Black Tree Designs. There's one there. Oh, I think I just put them in the ghouls. And last but not least, although I'm going to get a bunch with bones eventually, I thought I wanted to check out some other things, because you can never have too many of these for Conan. Little gorilla guys. So I got a couple more of those. I wanted to just check the scale out, see how they looked. Do I have a bones figure here? Not close by. So, well, whatever. I mean, they're pretty big. If you want to put them next to 50mm, they're huge. So that's what we got. We got some ghouls. We got some apes. And we got some fishmen. So, pretty cool. Pretty happy with those. The problem with these is, especially in Conan, if you're using them as minions, excuse me, you need a lot of them. So they get expensive pretty fast. So is that everything? No, it's not everything yet. Ran by the comic book store, as I do. I got episodes 11 and 12 of Slayer. So 11 and 12. So I haven't had a chance to go through these yet. I started reading another one, which is number 1 of a crossover. You may or may not be familiar with it, but if you're not, well, I don't have a review yet because I'm only like a quarter of the way through the comic book. Yeah, that's right, they crossed over Conan and Wonder Woman, so see how that goes, right? It's the only Conan comic book being published right now, so hopefully it'll maybe get some Wonder Woman fans to read some Conan, maybe go back to the original Howard stuff. Probably not, but it'd be cool if they did, because fans of Wonder Woman are usually fans of pretty strong female characters. And although Howard's written in the 30s, so his stuff is maybe not what we see as necessarily super powerful female characters. For the 30s, they were pretty exceptional. In fact, we start looking at characters like Red Sonja, which is one of Howard's characters, and Dark Agnes. I think it's Dark Agnes. Might be Black Agnes. I don't remember. I never remember that one. Who he wrote, again, in the 30s, but didn't get published till much later. His main characters are females, and they're strong females. So it's pretty cool. So hopefully maybe that will turn on some people towards Conan, which would be awesome, because you can never have too many Conan fans. And last but not least, because I'm kind of a weird dude sometimes, over on TeePublic, I haven't bought this yet, but I thought I would pick it up because I thought it'd be a cool saying, because we say it online every once in a while, that Crom does not care. Because Crom doesn't care, man. Everyone knows that. A lot of the sayings are all like I got a t-shirt that says Crom wills it. Crom doesn't will shit. Everyone knows that. Crom gives men the ability to, you know, fight and strive for being better, and that's it. And then if you're weak, he hates you. Crom does not care. So, I might put a sword on it eventually, but I thought it was pretty funny. So, get on over and get yourself a Crom does not care t-shirt, because it amuses me. And I think that is pretty much my week in Conan. I was going to maybe go over my adventure, but I don't think this is the best venue for it, so I may just show you like a quick example here. So this was the Chamber of Atlantis. I'm sure maybe it's not backwards, so that's cool. So I had like my chamber. They came in through the stairs over here, and then there was a couple pirate guys, like groups of pirates, that slowed them down. And there's a bunch of wizards here, and as soon as the characters came into these two zones, these wizards cast a spell to open a portal here to take them back to Argos, and they escaped, but not before opening up a portal to the unknown, to the Underdark here, which basically just made demons come out every 1d4 turns. That's for the timer of Drunken and Dragons. We would have our games. So the players ended up bringing the pirate general Stockley's, who was hanging out in the barracks, and he was a pretty big badass. I just reskinned Valeria from the core rulebook, and he pretty much cut down my my party's tank. He was only saved by the two thieves using the exploit action. So they managed to finish that guy off, and then they had all these demons to deal with, and they killed a whole bunch of them, and then their alchemist was like, those guys took my book. He's all crazy. He's got this book, like a journal, and he thought they took it with them, even though it was actually stored in the library. So he ran through there. A bunch of other guys went through there, leaving two of the characters behind to deal with the demons. They were all gone. They rolled into here to steal stuff, and they came back out. Like 6 demons came out, a bunch of little ones and one big one. They decided not to fight them and just escape through. But it took most of the night of gameplay, and they really enjoyed the adventure. So I might do that in a little bit more detail. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool night, and that is all I have. Oh, I have one more thing. Especially if you're playing Conan. we got to go back to my blog. So over the week, it's been a little bit slow at work. So I put up this, which is the Conan 2D20 talent spreadsheet. What is the Conan 2D20 talent spreadsheet, you say? Let me move my thing out of the way and I will show you. My thing being my webcam. So, this is on my blog, which again is always starshipsandsteel.blogspot.ca. This is kind of where everything started for me. I had this going for a while, but there's some cool stuff on there. Let's just open this up. So, here you can see we've got skill, talent, prerequisite. There's actually one more thing on there. Excuse me. You can't see very well. Let's just move this over a little bit. No, that's not what I want to move over. There we go. Alright, so we got abilities, attribute rather, skill, talent, prerequisites. So this is the attribute and the skill the talent is based on. Prerequisites for the talent, and number of steps to get there, which calculates XP, and where it lives in the rulebooks, in terms of core, thief, mercenary, or barbarian. Those are the books I have currently incorporated into this. I do not have anything from the Book of Skelos in here, so I don't have any of the higher end interesting alchemists or sorcery stuff. Your page numbers are on here, so if you just pop back over here. So if I want to, grab everything and go data, sort range, data has header row. I can go, I want to see my talents alphabetically, so now I can look at all my talents alphabetically. If I want to see, there's probably a filter on here somewhere, I would assume. Data, we go filter. So now we can go, I only want to see Perry. Let's say Perry. Go OK. Well, that didn't work, did it? Let's undo that. Turn all those off. Let me just, oh, it's clear. There we go. Everything's not exactly like Excel, so that gives us all the parry talents, so you can kind of go through. So deflection, as an example, is a prerequisite of an expertise of 1, and the expertise refers to parry. Ferocious wounds, it needs stage fighting, and a persuade expertise of 1. Some use a focus, so that's like an FC1. I thought this would just be a cool thing to select all. Okay. So I thought that would be a cool feature to help you guys find your talents quickly, because sometimes it's kind of a pain. But that was the last thing I did this week. I'm not in any Kickstarters this week, thank God. I didn't see anything of any huge interest. One of the guys posted a wet palette, but it's kind of cool, but it's a wet palette. It's not rocket science. If you really want one, you can make one for way cheaper. It's a nice wet palette. I'm not going to link it because I'm not going to support it, and I don't think it's all that cool. So that's what we got. Miniatures. Skulls look pretty cool. We got a beer, Black Tusk. Miniatures, did I say that already? Got the thing. T-shirts. Crom does not care. Crom does not care. And that's it. I'm out. So, cheers, everyone. You guys all have a good weekend. I'm off to a buddy's birthday now, and I'm sure it's going to be a gong show. See y'all later.